Denver Radio Club Net will begin at 8:30. This is W0TX. QST from the Denver Radio Club. Welcome to the Denver Radio Club Net, being held under Peter W0TX. This is a meeting held on air every Sunday evening at about 8:30 p.m. Good evening. My name is Jim. My call sign is Kilo Zero Tango Oscar Romeo, and I'll be in at control station transmitting from Littleton, Colorado. If there is any emergency or priority traffic during this net, say break at any pause, and the net will be suspended until the emergency or priority traffic is completed. This net is for Denver Radio Club members and all interested radio amateurs. We're here to share information concerning any ham-related activities. Regular meetings of the Denver Radio Club are held on the third Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m., except now with the COVID-19 restrictions. We have virtual meetings, and we use the Google system for conducting our virtual meetings. The address to get onto those meetings we have on our website, or if you're on our mailing list, you'll get an email giving you the information as far as how to get on the meeting each month. Our next meeting is going to be on January the 20th. And an Elmer session is held at 6 p.m. just prior to our monthly meeting. This session addresses any amateur radio questions that you might have. So whether you're new to amateur radio or interested in some new application of amateur radio, this is a session where you can get help. Also, every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m., except the third Wednesday when a monthly meeting is held, there's a learning net held on 145.490 megahertz and 448.625 megahertz. This is another area where you can find answers for your amateur radio-related questions. As a General Interest Club, we provide emergency communication with the Salvation Army, City of Wheat Ridge Police Department, City of Lakewood Police Department, West Metro Fire District, and St. Anthony's West Hospital. We're always looking for members who would like to participate in this support. Please contact our club president if you'd like to help. Our current president is Jerry Vilhauer, W0GV, and Jerry's telephone number is 303-467-0223. The Denver Radio Club website address is www.w0tx.org. Again, Jerry's telephone number is 303-467-0223. Denver Radio Club also participates in the ARRL Volunteer Examiner Program. But again, with the COVID-19 restrictions, we don't have VE testing as often as we'd like. We have to set up a special area that we have enough room to keep all the people taking tests with the proper separation. So we usually maintain a alert on the website, tells you when we have a planned PE test session coming up, and we'll also try and give that information here on this net. If you have questions regarding VE testing, you can certainly contact our VE team lead, Tom Krashalski, the KC2CHE, and his number is 720-284-1911. This is the Denver Radio Club Net, W0TX, and this is K0TR serving as net control. Are there any special announcements or bulletins for the net this evening? If so, please call now.
AC0VC.
AC0VC, go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, good evening, Jim, and everyone on the net. This is Bill, AC0VC, out in Elizabeth. We had a VE test session at the American Legion building on December 16th in the evening. And from that session, we have 6 new technicians, 2 upgrades to general, and 1 upgrade to extra. Our next session out there is going to be in January on the 16th, starting at 12 p.m. December 28th, there are going to be 2 sessions in Centennial. Both of those sessions are full. If you want to sign up for any of the Patriot VE test sessions, and they are free, there is no charge for the testing, go to hamstudy.org, that's hamstudy.org, /sessions/W0 Papa Charlie Tango, W0PCT, and it will list the sessions there, and you can sign up. And again, these sessions are free. What we've heard, Jim, is we've had people coming from south of Elizabeth and from Colorado Springs and further south. They say there's no testing going on in those areas, so they're coming up and glad that we have them going on in Elizabeth. So anyway, that's all I have for now, and I'll send it back to you, Jim. AC0VC.
Comment?
All right, thanks very much, Bill. Appreciate that, and I got you checked in. Go ahead, comment.
This is AA0 November Mike, and if somebody does want to test on the 28th and for the end of the year, if they reach out to me by email, we might be able to figure something out. And the email is patriotveteam@gmail.com. Back to that, AA0NM.
All right, we thank you for that. Bill, sounds like you got good attendance at your test sessions, and I can see where people are somewhat frustrated with all the limitations as far as finding a site someplace. So keep up the good work. Glad to hear that. Having good results as well, which is even more encouraging. So, all right. Before I move on, let me see if we have any other special announcements or bulletins for the net. If so, please call now. right, before regular check-ins, I'd like to welcome and invite any visiting radio amateurs to check into the Denver Radio Club Net this evening. During this net, we disable the requirement for the 100 Hz PO repeater access tone, so you can use either 145.490 megahertz with a minus 600 kilohertz offset, or 448.625 megahertz with a minus 5 megahertz offset. Are they visiting radio amateurs who'd like to check into the Denver Radio Club Net tonight? If so, please call now. Next, I'd like to welcome and invite any newly licensed or recently upgraded radio amateurs to check in. Please call now. I'll now take regular check-ins in groups, and please let me know if you have traffic when you check in, and I'll get back to you. First, radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters A through E, Alpha through Echo. Please call now.
N0ETV, Lance, Aurora, no traffic.
N0BQ, Howard and Littleton, no traffic.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Alpha Foxtrot Quebec, Troy and Denver.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Bravo Alpha Kilo, David, Lakewood, no traffic.
N0EYZ, Jim and Littleton, no traffic.
W0TX Repeater.
And Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. AC0VC Bill, AA0NM, K0DPR Paul, N0ETV Lance, N0BQ Howard, KF0AFQ Troy, KF0BAK Dave, N0EYZ Jim. Make one more call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters A through E, Alpha through Echo. Please call now. All right, we'll move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters F through J, Foxtrot through Juliet. Please call now.
W0GV, Jerry Westminster.
Kilo 6 Hotel Julia Victor, K6HJV Tom Arvada, no traffic.
Alpha 0 Juliet Kilo, AA0JK, Fred in Arvada, good evening, no traffic.
Whiskey 0, India Bravo Alpha, Eric in Hudson, no traffic.
Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome following check-ins. W0GV Jerry, K6HJV Tom, AA0JK Fred, and W0IBA Eric. Make one more call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters F through J, Foxtrot through Juliet. Please call now. Move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters K through O, Kilo through Oscar. Please call now.
Whiskey 0, Mike Delta Kilo, Matt in Denver.
Kilo 0, Kilo Papa Sierra, Kevin Lakewood.
Kilo 0, Lima Alpha India, K0 LAI, Larry in Lakewood.
Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. W0MDK Matt, K0KPS Kevin, and K0LAI Larry. Make one more call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters K through O, Kilo through Oscar. Please call now. We'll move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters P through T, Papa through Tango. Please call now.
Whiskey Bravo 2, Sierra Hotel Romeo, Stan in Denver, no traffic.
Kilo Echo 0, Romeo Victor Zulu, John in Lakewood, no traffic.
November 0, Tango Romeo Papa, Jim in Lakewood. Good evening.
Whiskey 0, Sarah Bravo Sarah, Tony Hudson.
Kilo Bravo 9er, Quebec Delta Golf, KB 9er QDG, Carl, Lakewood, no traffic.
Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. WB2 SHR Stan, KE0RVZ John, N0TRP Jim, W0SPS Tony, and KB9er QDG Carl. Make one more call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters P through T, Papa through Tango. Please call now. Move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters U through Z, uniform through Zulu. Please call now.
KF0UV, Marshall in Glendale.
KB0UIG.
Kilo 0, Yankee Echo Sierra, Cannon Broomfield.
Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. KF0UV Marshall, KB0UIG Michael, and K0AES Ken. Make one more call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters U through Z, uniform through Zulu. Please call now. We'll now open it up to the entire alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters A through Z, alpha through Zulu. Please call now.
K0RCW, Robert in Lakewood, no traffic.
KD0DUJ, Chris in Denver, late check-in, no traffic.
N0IMH, Ian in Aurora, late check-in, no traffic.
W0TX repeater.
And Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. K0RCW Robert, and KD0DUJ Chris, and N0IMH, and I failed to get the name. Could I have a name again, please?
It's Ian in Aurora.
All right, N0IMH Ian, thank you very much for that. And there'll be a chance for late check-ins a little later in the net. At this time, I'd like to invite our club president, Jerry Vilhauer, W0GV, to cover club business. Go ahead, Jerry, the net is yours.
All righty, Jim. Well, thanks for doing the net. Welcome, everybody. Not really much club-wise going on. We'll have our announcement out by first of the month on our program for January. Hard to think it's January, right? And like I say, not much really going on. Everything is working, as far as I know, system-wise. So take the opportunity from Kathy and I to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, so whatever you celebrate. I hope it's a good one, and I think we can all hope for a much better 2021 than 2020's been. So with that, back to you, Jim, and 7-3, everybody, W0GV.
Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate that. I don't see anyone that checked in tonight that indicated they had traffic. And this is the Denver Radio Club Net, W0TX, and this is K0TR Net Control Station. Does anyone have any other comments, information, or business for the net? If so, please call out. All right, I'd also like to pass on my wishes to everyone to have a Merry Christmas, and hope everyone stays healthy and avoids this COVID virus. Don't need it. All right, do we have any late check-ins? Please call out.
Kilo 0 Lima Papa Romeo Lanier in Inglewood.
Kilo Echo 0 Victor Charlie Whiskey John in Denver.
And Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. K0LPR Lanier and K0VCW John. make one-man call. Any other late check-ins, please call now. All right, I'll now review next weekend's contests and upcoming Hamfest. Hamfest is easy. We don't have anything on the calendar till next year, and we'll have to wait and see what happens next year. Contest coming up this coming weekend. Let's see, the first one I have is the Gettybodge CW contest. Begins on December the 26th at 0 hour Zulu, goes through December 26th until 23:59 hours Zulu. That's on 80 through 10 meters. That's a CW contest. Next, we have the DARC Christmas contest. Begins on December 26th at 08:30 hours Zulu. Goes till December 26th until 1059 hours Zulu. That's on 80 and 40 meters. That is a CW and phone contest. And next, we have the Stu Perry Top Band Challenge. Begins on December 26th at 1500 hours Zulu, goes through December 27th until 1500 hours Zulu. That is on 160 meters, and that's a CW contest. And lastly, we have the RAEM contest. Begins on December 27th at 0 hours Zulu, goes through December 27th until 11:59 hours Zulu. That's on 80 through 10 meters, and that is a CW contest. Couple other reminders. High Noon Net, they meet daily at 12 noon with early check-ins at 11:30. They meet on a frequency of 7.240 megahertz, which is on a 40-meter band. And also the Salvation Army Saturnet, they meet at 1500 hours Zulu. That's 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. They meet Monday through Saturday on a frequency of 14.265 megahertz, which is on the 20-meter band. The Denver Radio Club maintains the found repeaters for use by all radio amateurs. 147.330 megahertz with a positive offset, a 145.490 megahertz with a negative offset, 224.380 megahertz with a negative offset, a 449.350 megahertz with a negative offset, a 448.625 megahertz with a negative offset, a 447.825 megahertz with a negative offset. Our digital turbo repeater operating on Brandmeister on 446.7875 megahertz with a negative offset. And our C4 FM digital repeater on 449.775 megahertz with a negative offset. The 447.825 megahertz repeater is configured for narrowband FM, and that requires a digital coded squelch of 073. There are two repeaters on 147.330 megahertz. The repeater in Lakewood requires a 100 hertz PL tone, and the second repeater located east near Franktown requires a 131.8 hertz PL tone. We have a second repeater on the same frequency out east to improve coverage along the Front Range and into the canyons. However, having two repeaters on the same frequency with different frequency propagation, we ask that you monitor the frequency to ensure neither is in use prior to making your call. The 449.350 megahertz repeater provides wide area coverage, and this repeater hosts our Echolink station, W0TX, node number 4140. And the 448.625 megahertz repeater is linked with the 145.490 megahertz repeater. The repeater on 449.775 is now a C4 FM digital only repeater. Each repeater requires a 100 hertz PL tone for activation, except as noted, and each uses standard offsets. And for packet, we have the 145.050 megahertz gateway on 2 meters that is interconnected with the 14.105 megahertz gateway on 20 meters for packet QSO. And we have a 10-meter repeater on 53.09 megahertz with an input on 52.09 megahertz with a required 107.2 hertz PL tone. support of the Denver Radio Club is greatly appreciated. If you would like to participate in any of the many club activities, please contact our club president, Sherryville Howard, W0GV. I'd like to thank everyone for checking into the Denver Radio Club Net tonight. Your support is greatly appreciated. I hope you all have a great week. 7-3 tonight with a total of 29 check-ins. The Denver Radio Club W0TX Net is now closed at 8:59 and repeaters available for regular use. This is K0TR, your net control station. Please stand by a moment while I return the PL tone to the repeater.
PL on.
This is K0TR, and I'm clear. Good night.